7:30 now on 7, a possibility of snow in the forecast. We check with Storm Team 7 meteorologist Jackie Brown just to find out what weather we should prepare for this weekend. Plus team coverage of the aftermath of Thursday's storms that left damaged buildings, flooded homes, and damaged roads. And a moment of happiness for one family after receiving a special delivery during Thursday's storm.
Now, live and local for Carolina's family. This is 7 News Daybreak.
Good Saturday morning. I'm Christine Scarpelli in for Kimberly Brown today.
And I'm Jackie Brown. Thanks so much for joining us for 7 News Daybreak. And yes, we have talking about snow.
I know I said that strange, but I couldn't. I was like, am I reading snow?
That's right. Well, because it's been a crazy weather week. So why would you not be reading it strange? We had 70 on Monday. We had an EF1 tornado come through. And now snow. And that's what I've been seeing on Facebook. People are like, what a wacky weather week it has
I know,
been.
and there's so many dangers to think about with the tornado. You think, okay, that's gone. But, you know, with a little bit of precipitation, the weather and the roads can be slippery. We got to think about that.
They sure can. So that's one of the things why we are tracking. Very important this morning as we take a look at our satellite and radar. You can see what's to the west of us. This is our moisture source right here. As that continues to head this way, we are going to see some mixed precipitation and some snow work into the area. So hour by hour is showing we're going to start to see things kind of pick up by 10 o'clock. That's by about 10 o'clock. That's still kind of clipping western North Carolina. And then look at 11 o'clock. We're starting to see Pickens, Oconee County, Transylvania, and then continuing through portions of Greenville County and then Spartanburg County as well. As far south as Anderson to as far east as Spartanburg is where we can see that snow, light accumulations, but we're still dealing with snow. Now, higher elevations always have that chance of seeing higher snowfall totals. And as we do take a look at our snowfall potential, even though it may not be showing up in portions of Greenville and Spartanburg, still know you can see some of that snow mixed in there. And we're seeing a trace to a ½ inch in our upstate and 1 to 2 inches in western North Carolina. And again, some of those higher elevations can see above 2 inches of snow. So we'll talk more about this and we'll talk more about what you can expect in your 7-day, all coming up in minutes. Right now, back to Christine.
Jackie, thanks for keeping us posted. We begin with breaking news out of Spartanburg County. Highway Patrol tells us 2 people are dead after a crash. This happened last night around 10 on South Carolina Highway 295. That's also Southport Road. We're told a car crossed the center line, hitting the other. 1 passenger died at the scene there. The other died at the hospital. Both drivers and 1 passenger were sent to Spartanburg Regional for treatment. No word yet on the victim's identity. And we're continuing to follow the latest on those severe storms that left behind lots of damage in the upstate on Thursday. One of those storms turned out to be a tornado that hit Spartanburg County. The National Weather Service now says that was an EF1 tornado. Survey crews from the National Weather Service took a look at the damage along the 10-mile path of that tornado. They say it was on the ground for about 9 minutes. Wind speeds up to 110 miles per hour. Now, so far, no major injuries, thankfully, have been reported in connection with this tornado. We're also learning more about the tornado damage to a church in Spartanburg. The storm took the roof off of Living Waters Christian Ministries. Pastor Jesse Canty came back to his sanctuary on Friday to just clean up the mess. He saw the altar inside had not been touched by the storm. He believes this was a sign. Even though the future of his place of worship is uncertain, Canty says his ministry will continue.
We don't know what move we're going to make, whether it's going to be rebuilt or whether we're going to have to move to another location. We believe that we are the church. This is the building and edifice that we may use, but we're truly the church. We can have church right here, so we'll be fine.
Good for him. The pastor tells 7 News that they will still have service on Sunday. He just doesn't know where that service will be held yet. If you want to help him, you can go to information at WSPA.com to get a hold of him. 7:34, some Greenville residents continued to feel the fallout from flooding on Friday. The Saluda River flooded Riverview Drive, and neighbors say no homes were damaged there. Nearby Riverview Circle, water was about 5 feet deep Friday. A few homes were damaged, according to a resident who said he got a foot of water in his house.
You tear out all the insulation down below, and all that sheetrock gets wet, and floors get wet. It's a mess.
I'll bet. The Director of Emergency Management said he's hoping the water will recede early next week. And Keith Drive in Greenville is just one of many roads still closed due to storm damage. A small sinkhole formed in the middle of the road there. Highway Patrol says across Troop 3, 37 roads remain closed. 25 of them are in Greenville County. Trooper Joe Hovis says even though the storms have passed, driving could still be dangerous in some of those areas.
That water crossing the roadway, sometimes it's deceptive and you think that you can cross it when you really can't. It doesn't take a lot of water to separate your tires from the pavement. And when that happens, there's nothing really you can do. No matter how much you turn that steering wheel, you're going to go pretty much where the water is.
Yeah, the SCDOT says 15 roads statewide need major repairs. 13 of those are here in the upstate. 6 are in Greenville County. 7:36, a state of emergency declaration has now been lifted in Pickens County. The county says emergency management had 5 crews out assessing damage to roads and bridges. Damage was seen, you can see here, several homes and businesses along the Pickens County side of the Saluda River. The deputy director of emergency management says it could take weeks for things to get back to normal there. Okay, now some good news out of all this storm coverage. A Spartanburg family is counting their lucky stars this morning. As a tornado blew through the upstate, it just happened to be carrying a stork with it. 7 News' Melanie Palmer has that story.
Meet Lillian Sky. That's her mom and dad, Sarah and Kyle.
We're happy she's a redhead.
Lillian wasn't supposed to be born until next week, but the Brooks didn't plan on a tornado. This is what's left of their house, and when Mom saw the damage, simply put, her water broke.
To see it in real life, you know, it was bad, and I just think all of that and going on, you know, she decided we're gonna make it better.
But there's more. Take a look at this. A tree crashed right into the nursery where baby Lillian could have been sleeping if she came just a day earlier.
It's kind of dangerous to go in there because there's literally studs and everything coming through the ceiling. There's huge holes. There's water coming through the ceiling in almost every room in the house.
And while all of that can be replaced, the Brooks say nothing can top the gift of this beautiful baby girl.
I'm just so happy that she's here and she's healthy, and like you said, I mean, that's our #1 priority. Everything else can be replaced, she can't.
And while Lillian's middle name is Sky, the nurses have their own middle name for her, Stormy.
Yeah, really puts things in perspective there. That was Melanie Palmer reporting. Until their home is repaired, the Brooks will be staying with family, but a lot of their baby supplies have been wiped out from the storm. So we have some information at WSPA.com on how you can help them. All right, check this out. Coming up, we're learning how to achieve the perfect red lip. Ladies, tips from a professional makeup artist here. 7 News Daybreak will be right back this Saturday morning. Looks good.